Oh, did you? Are we live? I don't. Yeah, maybe. Hey, the devil, are you all? You okay? Long time no see. We're back on. We've got a bit more progress. I've been on my holes. I'm back. And I've done some more stuff. And anyway, without further ado, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Right, we're back again, and don't forget, you ought to have ought to get armed with one of these if I can find it. That one, yeah, that one. Das Spectrum, yeah. Oh yeah, Das Spectrum. Let's play it. Is it in tune? Let's see if it's in tune. Ready? Sounds okay to me. Ready? Oops. Ooh, I'm rusty. Okay, that's the end of that. Yeah. We'll find somewhere for the guitar to live now so it doesn't fall over. Looks okay there. Right, anyway, so what have we been up to? What am my thumbnail up to? Thumbnail, right. Let's have a look at the thumbnail. Okay, so this might be of interest to a lot of you because I had a right game trying to find a solution for this problem. Anyway, me and ChatGPT-4 to drag ChatGPT 3.5 kicking and screaming, and it gave me a lot of rubbish answers, but somehow it gave me a free trial of ChatGPT-4, and it decided to, after so many questions of trying to get it done, I eventually gave up and I said, look, is there any other way I can do this? I'm not able to change the library. I can't do anything with it. Now what can I do? And it showed me one option I've not really seen, using a null pointer. And if you don't know what I'm on about, probably you haven't got there yet. You might want to do it in the future. Anyway, let's get onto it. Let's open up a browser. Let's stick it on the page. Let's get you onto this one. So we've got our browser open. Let's give you a little downwards view. So downward here we've got our UPAS KP V2 all set up. There's another one there, ignore that, it's just a spare one. It's all set up and it's online. It's online as well, yeah, online. So, and we've also got one down here you can't see. Let's bring that one up. Alright, so demonstration case in this one. It's even on a swivelly drum stool. So might as well switch him on as well. This is my way of switching it on. Do you know something? You can switch something on by plugging the mains in. You don't actually need an on-off switch. You pull the cord out, it's off. Put the cord in, it's on. Wah wah wee wah. Yeah. Anyway, this one is the same as this one on here. Same thing, different address. Anyway, let's get on with it. Right, let's get on with it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me just check the audio because OBS has decided to do itself an update. Let's see what it's like. Hold on. Here. Same thing, different address. Anyways, sounds alright. So it's not going like a Dalek's voice, like a. You know what I mean? Anyway, so alright, so we've got two units, they're both online. Okay, let's bring them both up. Why not? Let's duplicate this. So I've got a minute set up over the internet, anywhere in the world, over the internet. So what we'll do, I'll just put in the IP. That's not the one. That's the one there, right. Okay, is it gonna work or is it gonna, yeah. So that is through the internet. Okay, oh, you can't see it. I haven't switched over to it. Good job you noticed that. Alright, so anyway, yeah, this is our one interface. So this is Chrome, and I've set up the one you can see now is number 81, which is this one here on the desk. Okay, so let's go over to the one over here, which is number 82. Let's get that one up. Let's get that one up. So UPAS 82. Right, okay. Is it gonna come up? Or have I still got it in? I was doing some tests on it. No, it's there. Not sure whether I had it in access point mode or not. Let's just bring them apart. Oh, how'd you do that? Oh, that's interesting. Why isn't it doing what I wanted it to do? I did it earlier. Hey, don't tell me this has changed as well. Oh no, there you go. Right, strange behaviours. Right, why is that one bigger than that one? So I shrunk them to make them like a mobile phone. Okay. So we've got one on port 81 and one on port 82. So what I've done, I've gone into duck DNS and set myself one called UPAS 81. The 81 just lets me know the port. Okay, so I forget when you set these up on duck DNS, you don't get to put the port in, so you have to remember. That's just to remind me what the port is. So remember to put that on the end when I do go to it, like I'm doing now on a web page. And we got another 82. So we'll log into we'll log into that one, and I'll give it a click. Yeah, can you see that? Just about to see the light come on down there when I click it, but you can't see the screen because I'm on the wrong one. There you go. Right, so I click up there and you look down here. There you go. There's the reader. That's the. Okay, so that's across the network, that is. That's going out to the DNS server and back again through the router back into here. And then we've got another one which is down here, which you can't see now. So let's just get that back onto that view. So this one here, let's bring him over a bit. He's a little bit out of the way there, right? And we'll log in, and we'll give that one a click. Of course, my arm's in the way. So, is there anything I can do about that? I'm not sure, not sure. Is that any better? Let's give that a try. No, my arm is still in the way. As you can see it clicking anyway. And also I can press the egress button. My arm is still in the way. There's more to this camera lark than meets the eye, isn't there? So there's that. And you can see... No, you can't see nothing. Hang on. How am I going to do this? So screen capture. Yeah, you can't see it. So what I need is another camera looking at that. It doesn't matter anyway, it goes on. Right. So there's that bit of progress anyway, and what we've done is we've enabled now on the network this network HTTP port. Could all sorry, start again, hang on. Could all start again. Could start again. Oh my god, hang on. It could also be a TCP port, which an HTTP port is TCP anyway, but yeah, if you run out HTTP ports on your router, if you've got a mongrel of a router that doesn't let you do more than one HTTP port, set it up as a TCP port, and it should, with this web interface, it still works the same. Anyway, so you've got that, and we can go into this one, and so you've got 82 there, 82 there. So what I've done is I've made the IP address end with 81 on there and 82 there, just so I don't have to remember the port number and the IP address. And I've even gone so far as to make the packet address the same as well. Now, none of these three have anything to do with each other, right? If I go into settings and comms, you'll see the packet address. Now, that packet address is used within UPAS. So, let's better show you that, I suppose, if you've not already seen it.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 81 is now online. Engine 82 is now online. All engines are now online.
Alright, thank you for that, UPAS. Right, so here's the UPAS screen. Let's get it somewhere where you can... out of the way, where we can still see these things here and here. And you can't see the UPAS now. Yeah, sort of. Well, yeah, you can just about see that. Right. Let's go over a bit more with that one. Okay, so we're in there, and you've got 82, and you've got 81. So three things: packet address, port, and IP address. Last block have nothing to do with one another. Yeah, nothing to do. So what we're going to do now is just interact with them. So 81's the desk, and that bench near it's a demo case. Let's call it demo case. Let's just go into there, edit the engine settings, and we'll just change that from bench to demo case. Okay, save that and done. Okay, right, so do we need to change? I suppose we could put that in there, engine name, demo. Save that as well. Okay, so we've got demo. Let's go out of that one and go into this one. And we've got this one called engine desk unit. That'll do, we'll leave it as desk unit. And we'll give it a name of desk. Okay. Right, so we're alright there. So we've got these up there. And let's see if UPAS is on the listening. Okay, here we go. UPAS, what time is it? It's not listening. Why not? Let's try again. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 7:49 p.m.
Thank you. UPAS, ping 81. I'm going to play up today, is it? UPAS, ping 81. UPAS, ping all engines. So managed to do that. Right, let's just go back to controls. Controls. UPAS, open all engines. There you go. UPAS, close all engines. UPAS, close all engines. UPAS, ping all engines. Okay. UPAS, open 82. UPAS, open 81. For some reason, it doesn't understand me when I say 81. UPAS, open 81. Do it that time. Just have to be a bit clearer with it. UPAS, close all engines. That'll do. Right. Okay, I'm thirsty now. Very thirsty. Oh, progress. Let's give you some more progress. Right, here we go. More progress. Okay, so what are we trying to do here? We're trying to make a product. We're trying to make a product based on open source hardware, and we're not trying to stick to any norms. Basically, I started this project and everything else has come on since with other projects, but we had an outage on the network recently. A whole day and a bit gone. No network, so traditionally you can't, on a smart IoT stuff, you can't even switch a light bulb on once you've got no internet. Anyway, this system runs on your local network. Yeah, it also runs across. There's different ways of doing it. So this would carry on running. Anyway, let's get over to the box. Right, so you may have noticed I've got some boxes that I've got to put the controller in and some little feet to go on it. Okay, there's no controller on that one, it's just an empty board. That you fit your Node MCU onto that. We've got to set the voltage first. So anyway, what we've got now is I was going to do an infill. Where's it gone? I was going to do a laser cut infill to put the board in like that, to hold the board still and to hold the feet still. So your feet would be in a little bag and your board would be next to it without the feet on. Let's get one without the feet on. Hang on. Let's get one. I didn't have one of them earlier. What did I do with it? Oh no, that was it. Is that one there? Yeah. Yeah, we got one here. I got them everywhere. So anyway, it was going to be like that. And the idea was to pop that inside there, obviously. And when it gets shipped in the box, it wouldn't move around, you see. But anyway, I've set my laser up. You might be able to see. Let's go switch over to the other one. Behind me is like a CNC laser, 500 milliwatt laser. Okay, and I even bought some 300 gram thick white card to laser cut out to make an insert. And I thought I was going to do it this way, and I changed the idea. I was going to make a foldable laser cut insert out of card, and that was a big game as well. And then it left it, you had to put anti-static bubble wrap underneath or anti-static something. So anyway, that all changed. So let's get rid of that a minute. That all changed because it just wasn't practical. Right, so that went out the window, that idea. Plus that the end user would think, what am I going to do with that? I've got to throw that away now. So anyway, so what we did, we came up with this idea and also did the barcode as well. Can you see the barcode? So we've got barcode on it. Alright, with a serial number. So in there, you open the box. Which one are we on? Should we go the other one? Yeah. So we open the box, and in the box you get your card, multifunction card, this one. And anything I do is multifunction. It doesn't have a single function. Okay, so what we've got is we've got a certificate of guarantee, an warranty extension, and your serial number goes on there. Can you even see that? Possibly. Your serial number goes on there, and that's the same serial number as the one on the front. And it's the same, it's a bag of feet, by the way. Bag of self-adhesive feet. And inside the bag, you've got a nice anti-static bag, resealable. That's the exact size of the inner of the box, 100 by 150. And in there, on the back of there, you've also got a barcode on the PCB. So, and then you got it nicely in the bag. What's in the bag? It's one of them. It's the UPAS KPV2. So I've done what I can do to make this into a product. Okay. So your card, you know, you've got your card, warranty, certificate guarantee, and warranty extension on the back. Also your serial number to help you set it up, find it on the on the network if you're doing it as an access point. On the other side, you got a wiring diagram on the bottom. Turn it around, you've got information on how to access it from your router or directly as an access point. And you even got a QR code to take you to the website for full information. So I've done what I can do. It even tells you what the program button does. And there is one more thing that I've introduced. It doesn't tell you on there, but you would have run out of space anyway. So yeah, you on the website, when you go to the QR code, it takes you to the website. It says congratulations on your purchase, and gives you all the details on how to wire it, how to test it, how to set it up, how to do a demo without frightening you off. Okay, and it fits nicely in the box without a bulging, no bulge. So I could get a load of these all stacked up. I've got the first 10 built. I've got another 30 PCBs that are blank, which I'm going to have to build myself. And then I've got enough boxes for 50 boxes, enough bags for 100. I've got enough components for 50. And yeah, node MCUs. I've got enough for 20, so I'm going to have to order some more of those. Oh. What happened to that? Why did that do that? Anyway. Right, so that's that. So what few things did I accomplish? Well, I'll tell you what, let's show you the code on how to get. Let's open the code up. Let's show you how to get. Yeah. Right, this is how to get your port working. If you're trying to do an asynchronous port on your ESP32 web interface, and you want to change the port on the fly, now this is about two or three weeks worth of work searching for it, and it's not really available on there. So I've not seen it anywhere. If I have seen it, I couldn't get it working, so anyway I've come back to it. So we'll start on here. Let's catch up a minute. It's just catching up. Let me just check that out. Oh, I've got the debug set up. So we'll wait for that to catch up there. I don't know what that's doing. Updating metadata, right. Okay, that's finished, right. Okay, so if I put the serial monitor on, yeah, so that's going to give you the serial monitor, the one on the desk here. Right, that's rebooted that one, so that'll be that one there. That'll need a reboot, so I'll just log out and we're back in again. Yeah, and we're on. We're on. You can hear it clicking. Right. So anyway, that's that one there. So this is the debug information for that one there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's shrink this a bit. We'll shrink that, we'll cover that up, we'll move that one over there like that. And we'll put this over here like that. And make it a bit longer. Take it over a bit. Like that, yeah, so I can see a bit, yeah. Okay. Right. It's a bit cluttered up. Let's lose this one. Let's close the UPAS down.
Thank you for using UPAS.
Okay, get rid of that. That's fine. Right. So we've got that up there. Now if you look at the debug information, if I click that, you'll see it's this morning I was debugging something this morning. So that's why I've got the debug switched on, and I've got some extra comments in there. So I'm trying to do something else. I've got a couple more things to sort out. Anyway, let's show you the information on this bit. This is the interesting bit. Right. This is the thing. See, this is what I used to have. That's a typical one. ASYNC web server. And server 80. So that's the port. Right. Now, I tried putting that inside a routine. It has to be global. It wouldn't have it. No way it would have it. So, what I've done, like I say, I went on ChatGPT. It put me onto version 4. Didn't give me no answer straight away, and I basically asked it, you know, is there any other way I can do it? The library can't be changed. It has to be declared a global variable. And is there any other way of doing it? And it said I could use a pointer, a null pointer. So I used a null pointer, and this is what it told me to do. So you put that bit in there, star server equals a null pointer, right? So when you go down to initialize it, go down into the initialize bit down here. Right, so tell you what, let's just go that over a bit. So you can see a bit. That's it. So you can see a bit more. Right. So we've got, this is the bit. So I've got a bit that brings the port from a value. Okay. So when my ESP32 boots up, it sets these values with a string. It's a string value, that is. Then it converts it to a character array. No, from a character array to an unsigned int. That's your server port. And then it does check. Now, if you've never saved, if you've never been into this and gone into there, if it's a brand new device, it'll never have a server port set. So it will, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. It'll basically retrieve a 0. Oh, got the hiccups. Let me have a drink. Right. So on this check, it'll just make sure that if it's less than 80 or greater than 90. So I'm looking at only port changes between 80 and 90 just for now. I'll widen that. That's just for testing. If it's anything other than that, it's just make it default 80. So that's your standard web HTTP port 80. Yeah. So what it'll do, it also does a check to see if I'm in Wi-Fi mode. Well, if my Wi-Fi mode, this is my own parameter here. It's nothing to do with Wi-Fi mode as in the Wi-Fi device, but I'm checking to see what mode I'm in. If I'm in access point, I don't really want a separate port because I'm not on the network anyway. And I don't want to have to put a port number on the end of it. I want the the config port to open up, this capture portal to come up without having to put anything else in. So it makes it 80 just for that reason. It also shows you the server port, which if you go back a bit you'll see it here. Server port is 81. Yeah. And then you got your network 81. Don't know why it's starting to do that again. Anyway, then you've got, yeah, it's just got some info there, right. So anyway, get to the important bit. Now, what this does something here. I don't know what it does. If the server is not equal to a null pointer, which it is going to be equal to a null pointer because I've told it there. The server is equal to a null pointer. Yeah. Anyway, so it probably never execute that, but it's there anyway. So then what we're doing is server equals a new async web server on server port. So I tried to do this before by putting a variable in up here on there, putting a variable in there, and it would compile everything, but then it would just keep rebooting and crashing, rebooting and crashing, rebooting and crashing, cyclic. So that was no good. So anyway, tested this way works. So you can actually reboot and change it on the fly, and I'll show you if you like. I'll show you. So what I'll do, let's just get that over. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll recompile it. So let's compile it. So we'll compile that. I hope I haven't left any stuff in there that I was working on this morning. Left it broken. I don't think I did. Alright, time to play guitar if it's it's already done. Okay, already done. Right, so let's we've done that, and we're not going to stay. What we're going to do is we're not going to right, let's just I'll be on terminal. Yeah. No, that's it there now. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do is log out. Yeah, we're still in on the same one here. We've compiled it, we haven't uploaded it. But a bit more progress. What else have I done? I'll tried to put in elegant OTA, and it worked. But for commercial purposes, it wanted a payment, which is not a problem, but if there's I wanted to incorporate it into my web page. So I go on to settings, firmware update, and instead of this being on its own page like it is in elegant OTA, it's within my main instruction. This carries on counting, and all the stuff keeps working as such. You know what I mean? Right. So I can choose the file. So I'll just go down to the firmware. Now I've got a little bit more work to do on it because the elegant OTA was quite elegant and it worked and it was buffered and it did the thing. So let's just try it. So we're streaming and everything. Now for some reason it doesn't normally work on the first time, but if you do a reload the page after it's failed, it seems to work. Don't know why. Let's try it live. Let's see what it's like live. So Let's do a firmware update. So it says down here starting a firmware update, and it's gonna, you can see it's spinning up here. It's spinning away. There's no feedback or anything, but it's spinning. File update successful. So yeah, it's rebooted. So let's just trace it back a bit. This is all my debug stuff when it loads. Right, so it's past there, isn't it? Yeah, disconnected access point, Wi-Fi loss reason associate -8. That's because, so it's showing me firmware update successful, total length, checksum, right, okay. That's some debug information in there. And it's disconnected because if you looked at -8, it'll tell you. And then it's rebooted and it's picked up credentials and all the rest of it. And it's joined the network back again. And picked up the NTP clock and it's served up a response. So all you got to do now is just go back to there because it's restarted. I'll go back to logout. Site cannot be reached. Okay. Why is that then? Oh, hang on. No, that should be alright. Benefits of a live preview. Right, that's weird. Okay. Right, let's just trace back on here. See what the... It is set to... Hang on, where's it gone? Yeah, it's port 81 still. Yeah, we're on 81. So it's all there. Yeah, so that should work. Yeah, that should work. So let's try again. It's temporary not working. If there was a typo. No, I did this once. It changed it to... What's that say? Yeah, it's not supposed to be secure at the minute. That's right. Okay, so it's just not there. Oh, it's there now. Yeah, it's just the internet being weird. Anyway, right, so we're on there. Let's just go back a tiny bit. Yeah, that's alright. Didn't reboot or nothing. No, that's okay. It's just the internet. Right, so we're on here. Yeah, and we can click it on and off. Yeah. Yeah, because I can connect directly with its IP address as well. Anyway, it took so long, I forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing now. What was I doing? Yeah, I was showing you the OTA. Yeah, and that worked. Yeah, so we've got that in there. Oh, we've changed the token as well. Learn token capability. Colleague at work said because I had okay. Tell you what, well, the network's playing up a bit, so we're going to go straight to it. Straight to 81 on port 81. Okay. Right, so here we are. So we're going straight to it on the local network now. So on the tokens, we've got an extra capability. Learn once. That was Jordan. He came on a video once a while back on a live stream. Anyway, we've got learn multi and off. So what I had before was just toggle, switch it on. It was just like learn all of them. So you just get your fob. Actually got some in there already. So let's just delete it. Okay, so click our fob, put it on the reader, and we learn that one. Okay, and it stays learning. If you go and get another fob, let's get another fob. Let's get another fob. Where are they? Here they are. These came off handy at work. Anyway, so another one. There you go. I got 2 fobs and another one. Go on, let's have one more. Why not? Let's have one more. Another one. Here we go. There you go. So you got 3 fobs. That will do for now. Now, if we, that'll keep on learning until you click it and switch it off. And if you try to learn another one, let's get another one out of the bag. You try to learn another one, it just ignores you. Okay, so I'll keep that handy, and what we'll do, we'll switch it on to learn once. So somebody rings up and said, I've just received my token in the post, but it doesn't work. What do I do? I say, okay, go on to it. If I do it from remote, or tell them how to do it. But you can just switch it on from anywhere in the world and put your fob up, and it learns it and cancels it off so it just learns 1 token. So that's how the guy at work, Jordan, envisaged it. It was going to work when I gave him a demo. So I thought that's a good idea. Let's put it in. We'll have that in as well, because you got the option then. So once you learn to, and it'll just keep responding, and it won't respond when it's off. It won't learn anymore. It's clicking it, it's reading it, but it won't store it. Okay, so that's that feature. Okay. Oh, and what else have we got going on here? Right, let's have a look. Right, your time zones, you've seen them. They're okay. So it's 2016 on a Tuesday. So let's go here. Let's go Tuesday 2016 till 2030. 2016 to 2030 on a Tuesday. Click save. Okay, so it's put the values in there. It's immediately unlocked because we're in the time zone. 15-minute time period between 2015 on at 2015, off at 2030. So if you want to have a look at the controls, you'll see that relay 1 is on from timer 1. You can still override it if you want. You can click it, but because the timer is active, if you go in time zone, it's enabled. See how it came back on again? It will come back on again. Switch it off again. You can impulse it in between time. It's alright if you're trying to do some debug and you want to switch it off. If you're trying to do something. So you can override the timer by doing that, and rest assured that when the next time period kicks in, it'll come back on again. Or you can just go in the time zone and disable it from there, and it's come back on. Looks like when I go into the time zone, it actually checks it and enables it on as it's gone in. Right, so anyway, you've got your controls, you've got relay 1, relay 2, relay 3, and obviously you can click these on and off as well. And because it's right, so there's that. Anyway, and because it's on a local IP, it's very fast as well. Quick response, and also because it's offering its own web interface up. If you're on the network, or if you're on a service, an IoT service, your service goes down or your network goes down, you're not going to be able to do anything with it. But this way you can still do it on a local network. Switch that off again. Anyway, so there's that. So I can access it locally. Right, what else have we got? You've seen the firmware update. The clock, you can set the clock, set your holidays, Egress time. Yeah, I've changed the NTP time. NTP server resyncs at 0150 daily. So if you've been booted up for a whole day at 10 to 2 in the morning, that's sort of about the time that the clocks go forward and things like that. So it will send a resync and it should come back and update the NTP. And we can see if it does that actually. Yeah, let's do a test. Let's do a live test. Right, let's do a live test. Let's make it 0149. So we'll do that by going to settings, set clock. So we're going to make it 0149 on. Well, it can be anywhere. It can be tomorrow or today. Let's say it's tomorrow. Yeah, we'll set that, and we can see the clock has now changed to 1:49. So, if we look down here, if we look on this debug section, we should see at 10:50 it should go ahead and try and fetch the time off the NTP server, which the server is that one there, 0.uk.pool.ntp.org. Okay, so the clock should change back to the correct time and date. So it thinks it's 22nd of May now. Might be somewhere in the world, but not in the UK. So, well, I won't touch it, but have a look down here. Look down this area on this wherever the mouse is flicking. Right, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, there you go. So it's, you can see it's actually changed the date back to the 21st of May, 24, 20, 21, and it says NTP request sent, received an NT response, copy the response, and set the time according to this, which is the seconds past 1970 something or other. Forget what they call it now. Anyway, so that's working. Right, so we've crossed a lot of the things off the list that we need to get working. Let's change the port on the fly. Why not? So I'm going to change that to 83. Okay, click save. Okay, now you can see it's gone ahead and saved it. And as it rebooted, not sure what it's done actually. So we're on at 83, so let's just log out. We're still on 81 here. That's because we haven't rebooted. Let's log in and reboot. You can reboot as well from here, maintenance, reboot. Okay, so reboot, you can see down here, it's disconnected. It's restarted up and it should have, the clock is still within quarter past 7. Sorry, quarter past 8 till half past. And you can see that the port is 83 there. So we'll have to log out. You won't get nothing going on now, so we're going to have to change the port to 83. There we go. So log back in now. It's going to ask me about a password because it's either a different port. So we'll go on to, where are we going on to? Network, and we've got that port there. I'm going to change it back again because I've got my duck DNS pointing to port 81 and everything else is set to 81 anyway, so let's set it back. Okay, so that's done that. Let's reboot. Okay, yeah, so it's pretty good. and that's not going to respond now, so let's change that back to 81, and we're back in. So that's it. So it looks simple, but there's a lot of work gone into it, and you can always tell if something's good when it's simple, because you can't see the complexity. If you ever see something that's simple, right, don't you don't you believe it. Don't you believe it. Yeah. Anyway, so we've done a lot. I've got a few more things to do, like in the about. I've got to be able to go on about and put the version number in. So the version number is going to be the compile time and date. So I need to put that in here somewhere. So if someone rings me up or someone emails me and they want some technical support or anything, first thing I'm going to ask is your firmware up to date? And if they say, how do I know? And then also go into either login, click on to about, and it'll show you, not there, but I haven't put it in yet, the firmware version number, which also you can get to once you're logged in on this one here, which is a different login. It's just saying you are logged in. Okay, so there's all that. Settings, have we done anything more to settings? Maintenance. We've got a toggle station access point mode. Factory reset actually works now as well. We'll do a factory reset, whereas you have to go back on your phone and connect to the wireless as an access point and start from scratch. Clear the time zones. You clear the ACU altogether. All the settings that makes it up into a reader and a timer, or then you can set it back up again. So I suppose we ought to do that, haven't we? Let's do it. Let's factory reset it. Ready? Here we go. Factory reset. Right, you would have seen something there, but I'm already scrolled up. Yeah. Right, now it's done a factory reset and it sets up an access point on port 80 now. Right, so it's on port 80, it's rebooted, and it's waiting for me to connect. Now I can either, this interface no longer does anything, you'll see it's just winding away. Even if you go back to the port there, it's not going to do nothing. You can't get to it on port 80 either. Oops, put 81 in it. Yeah, you can't get to it on port 80 because it's not even on there now. Right, so I can't show you on that, but what I can show you is on a phone. Let's get this up on the phone. Get it on the phone. Righty-ho, here we go. I'm going on, let me turn around. We're going on a, get the wireless up, switch the wireless on, and you're going to see the same thing as what's on the card, serial number, and there it is. Can you see it? That one there. So let's log on to that one, and it's captive portal. And we'll just wait for it to check if there's an internet connection. There won't be. Connected directly to the device on the table, and once it's decided, you can go now ahead, but I always wait for it to finish checking for the internet, like it's just done. Right, I'll go onto there, manage the router. It brings up the page, the same page. You can log in, and you can see it's done a factory reset because the packet address is 10 now. The only thing it doesn't do under a factory reset is change the details of the network. So if I go settings, network, it's still got all the credentials in and everything to join the network that you was just on. There's no point in wiping all them back to default. You might as well leave them on the same network. There's no no port, so it's not filled in, so we'll put that in 81. I'll put 91 in. Well, I've done that. 81. Alright. And everything else can stay the same, so I'll click save on that. Okay, then we'll go onto maintenance. So we've took out, I'll tell you what, we'll go back onto the screen to do the rest. So what I'll do is I'll click on toggle station access point mode. I've just done that. It's going to do a reset now. This portal is lost. If I go onto wireless settings, you'll see it'll lose that because it's booted up in station mode. The access point has disappeared, which is just done. So that's the end of the phone for now. Then we'll go back onto the desktop. Let's get back onto the desktop. There we go. So we're back on this one. Still won't work because we're in maintenance. Let's get rid of maintenance. And yeah, we're back on again. So we joined the network and we're back on again. Still got timer on, but it's come out of it because it's after past. I can just toggle that off if you want. Right. So yeah, now you noticed we can't read any tokens. Your tokens, it doesn't delete your tokens either if you do a factory reset, because the last thing you want is to lose all your tokens. So we don't do any of that. We've got no reader installed at the minute, and we've got no timer switched on. We've got nothing on. So in order to enable all that, you've just got to go on to settings, maintenance, and set ACU. And what that does is it writes all the settings back because it's fully configurable to different scenarios. So this one will turn it back, and then you've got your time zones enabled. It hasn't wiped them clean either. You can, if you want to wipe them clean, you just go to settings, maintenance, time zone clear, click OK. Because you cleared them, it's actually disabled them as well. Actually, wrong one. Time zones, relay 1, it's not enabled. Because if you've got nothing in it, why enable it? So let's enable it again. So Tuesday 2031. I'll say 2030 till 2045. Save. So we've got the data there, but we're still not enabled. So let's enable it. It's immediately looked at it and said we're after 8:30, so we need to be on. So it's switched on the relay 1. And you got the same for relay 2. You can do relay 2 as well. Let's do it again. Why not? Tuesday. It gets a bit boring, doesn't it? 2032. 2045. Save. So we've got it there. It's still disabled, so enable that. And you can see it's just switched that one on. So there, and you haven't finished yet, so you've got a dual timer. Still haven't finished. So go in time zone 3. We always like to go one step further than the rest. What's the point of reinventing the wheel? So anyway, 30, 20, getting monotonous now. 45, save, and enable. And that didn't switch on. Why is that? Or is it's probably waiting until it goes round to the next. Yeah, because I've only got 2 time zones, but I've introduced a third time zone. And I think that only gets checked on the minute, that one, on the 0 seconds. So we'll just go over to there and we'll wait. We'll just wait there. I'll have a sip. Joey Fletch, what would a computer do with a lifetime supply of chocolate? It's no good having chocolate in a van. It doesn't matter if you buy a bucket full, you're always going to run out of chocolate, guarantee. Unless somebody tops it up And if they keep topping it up, you're going to get sick of chocolate and you'll never be able to touch another chocolate bar again. So you can't win. Just like if you want something, if you've spent your life trying to strive for something, or you want something, and eventually get it, and what a big letdown it is once you've got it. You know, I want let's say I want a brand new car. You go crazy for your new car, or new bike, whatever, new cycle, anything. You get it, and then you play with it. You think, right, okay, I've got it now, and you sort of deflate. You go. Like that. And I noticed that timer didn't come on then. Or did it not get to them seconds? Why is that? No, I'm sure I've had that working. Maybe I haven't finished it off. No, didn't come on. What did I do wrong? Let's have a look. Time zones, relay 3. Oh, it's come on now. There's something I need to check there, isn't there? Yeah. So it is Tuesday, 2030 to 2045. So that should have come on earlier. So that is a strange one. It only came on once I went back into this. So I'm obviously not checking. Maybe I'm only checking for an additional one right on the start of the minute. I'll tell you what, we can check that out. Let's go back and set the clock to a time before we existed. So 2029. You have to. It makes you select the date as well. So we set that. So we've altered the clock back. What we're going to have to do is go to sorry, not time zones, tokens, control. Sorry, switch them off. Override them timers because they're on from the last time. They're still enabled. So what we'll do is we'll go on here and just wait there. Actually, I won't tell that would be cheating. What? I won't tell that would be cheating. What did I ask? What would... Oh, what computers... I have no idea what you're on about, sorry. Have you been on the Magnus and Ice? You lucky bugger. Okay, well, as you can see, it all came on. So I think because relay 3 is not on the main, it's a dual timer thing, but I'll put an extra one in. It's an auxiliary one strapped onto it. Anyway, you can see we don't have a T here. We only have 2 T's. I've just put an extra relay on because I had an extra output and I got 3 inputs, so I thought let's have 3 outputs. So these are your main ones, and there's an extra one auxiliary if you need it. Okay, so that looks okay. So what we'll do is we'll reboot, so it'll resynchronize. Let's try that. Let's try a reboot. Maintenance, reboot. Now it should pick up the NTP clock and put the clock back where it was. Get the NTP time, and it's got it. Now we'll have to log out, and that brings us the time back to what it's supposed to be. It's not counting though, you noticed? Hang on. Why is that? Is that because I'm not properly on it? No. It's not counting. Never noticed that before. Oh, it is now. Oh, I needed to log right out. Yeah, because it did a reboot. Now that, funny enough, that leads me on to what I was working on this morning. I want it to, if the system reboots, it's got to automatically present the login box and not leave you hanging. on the page you was on. And that is exactly what I was trying to do this morning, actually. So let's get back onto that. Anyway, let's keep this one short. 64 minutes. 64 minutes. Yeah, so I've got to get a little bit more done here. Got a few things. We've sorted out quite a lot, actually. Let's get on to... I'm doing a test on the button. So click on button 3. Yeah, where are you? There it is, button 1. Let's just get rid of that a minute. So what I've done is put some extra debug stuff into button 1. And I'll do a reboot while I'm on this button 1 setting. So if I log in and I go, let's just turn these timers off because they're going to annoy us. Disable these time zones. Turn these time zones off and override these back to normal. That's it. We're on learn mode. Tokens, yeah, we're on learn once. Done a default, haven't we? Right, okay, so back to that. Right, so back on buttons, control. So if I click the button, received a request to button 1. Check-in login credentials were good. Button 1 was clicked. Okay, that's the only one that says that. If I do it on this one, you'll only see a click on it. You won't see the extra debugs. That's that bit there I've put in. What I was trying to find out is if it got to this point here, it actually served the request up for the login page. So basically, if your login credentials are not right and you haven't logged in, it won't execute this action of doing the relay. It'll basically swap this response for this response, handle request, which puts you back to login, supposed to be, but it doesn't actually work. Let's do a live test now. So I'll click that now, and you get. So what? No, you can't do that. Right. So you can see it's doing that. That's what it's just put up there. Right. So I'm going to do a live reset. I'm going to press the reset button. Right, I press the reset button. It's booting up. You can see the debug information booting up. Right, now it's gone back to see, it hasn't actually served the page up, has it? Has it served one up? Now I tell you what, I can see what's happening now because there's no one connected. See, that is why it didn't serve you up a page, the login, because we resetting it. It's now if I click it now, what's going to happen? Nothing. Oh, you get right. So it's only then that I get a login page. Now that size is the login page. User not logged in, showing a login page. So it's supposed to be showing it, but it hasn't. It's still on this one. It hasn't shown me because the initial connection to the server was a different setting. It's a different. It's been reset since, so it's pulled the rug from under the carpet. So this is no longer valid. But what is valid is the IP address and the header that's updating the clock. But this won't do anything because I'm not logged in. So I'll keep issuing watch that figure there, 3751. If I go back to login, 3751, same again. So I'm here and I can actually log in. Now login credentials are good. I can now click again. Yeah, I can now click again. Right, so that's the problem. So let's do it all over again. Reset the controller. So that's basically resetting the server. My web page is still connected to the old server, which is no longer there. It's rebooted, but what it's not doing is remembering the session. It should be able to log me back in and carry on the session. So, and honestly, that will respond with a header, which is trying to take me back to the login, but it won't take me back because now that is weird. Yeah, why won't it take me back? That is yeah. So it'll only take me back. Yeah, I can see what's happening. It's giving me. It's clicking on the button, and it's taking me straight to login, but it isn't. It's filling everything with login, but it's not refreshing the page. Because login is... It's not root, is it? But does it matter? Let's tell you what, let's copy that out there. Let's try something. Let's just come out of there. Let's reset the controller again. We're trying something out now. I'll wait for that to boot up. It's booted up, I think. And I'm just going to paste that login form in there. So instead of stopping at 81, I'm going to actually put the login. Ready? Here we go. And that's what I want it to do. That's what it was supposed to do. But it won't do it. That is weird. Yeah. So while I'm in login, let's try a refresh. So I'm in there, I can click it, I'm live. I'm going to reset the server by resetting the ESP32. I've reset it. It's rebooted. And I can click on this and nothing happens. It's showing me the header that's been serving up the login page, but it's not changing. What about if I refresh? Resubmit the form. It's still... Oh, it's now working. Isn't that funny? But how did it get login credentials good? That's weird. Login entered. Oh. Oh yeah. Because it's automatically served up the login name and that, but it's rebooted with the defaults. Okay. But why would it only show you once it was refreshed? Yeah, I don't know. Let's try again. Let's get our head around it. Reset the form. Is there any way of doing it without? What I want to do is I want it to push you back to the login page. Alright, so what if you try to click that, it realises that it's not going to have it, and it's put you back to the login. Now it's serving up the login page, but it's not doing anything. But you refresh, and now it works. Yeah, I don't know. Right, let's tell ChatGPT. Let's tell ChatGPT. Let's tell him. Let's see if we can't do something with ChatGPT. It'll say, "What do you want?" It ought to have an attitude, doesn't it? Really. They go, "What do you want today? What do you want?" So let's ask it a question. Right, so let's ask it a question. ESP32 web interface. When logged in, page is served. All okay, but if you reset the ESP32, give me a second. Give me a second. Alright, so anyway, I had a phone call. My mate was phoning me, he's on holiday. So anyway, I was going to ask ChatGPT something, yeah. Shall I ask it? Yeah. Here you go. So, ESP web interface, when logged in, page is served, all okay. If you reset the ESP32, it serves the login page according to... Oh, back in a minute. Right, we're back again. So let's see, like, he got cut off, and he got cut off. The signal went. Anyway, this video is dragging on a bit. Let's ask ChatGPT what we're going to ask him. I've got the lights off in here. Right, so back on ChatGPT. Half the problem is working out how you're going to word it. ESP web interface, when logged in, page is served, all okay. But if you reset the ESP ESP32, it serves the login page according to the debug. To go into this serial debug, but the actual page stays the same. But you have to refresh the web page before full control is returned. Let's see what it says about that. Seems like the issue you're facing with the web interface is related to how the web browser handles. That's going to give me a solution there. Web browser handles cached pages and how the ESP serves these pages after a reset. When the ESP32 resets, it loses the session information, but the web browser might still be showing the cached page, which can cause confusion. Yeah. Here are a few steps and tips to address this issue. Disable browser caching. Ensure that the web browser does not cache the login and control pages. You can achieve this by setting appropriate HTTP headers in your responses. Right, okay. Add headers to your HTTP page responses to prevent caching. For example, you can add the following headers to your responses. Okay, I can try that. Force page refresh on ESP32 reset. If the ESP32 resets and the session is lost, you can force a page refresh by using JavaScript in your web interface. Add a JavaScript snippet that periodically checks the session state by making an AJAX request to the ESP32. Well, it is updating the clock still, so it's still getting data, but not. I suppose I could get a status thing. So session check session. Get check session true on ready state change function. 401. Unauthorized for invalid session. Window look. Reload, force a page refresh. Send. On the ESP side, handle the check session request. Server on check session. Is session invalid? Send an OK or unauthorized. Session management. Implement proper session management to track logged in users. If the ESP resets, clear the session data so that users are required to log in again. That's what I was trying to do. For example, use a global variable or a file in the spiffs to store the session state and clear it on reset. Okay. So it's checking the session. Session is valid. So check set a session when they connect, and if it's valid, and when you restart it, it clears it because and then if its session's not valid. Improve user experience. Inform users about need to refresh the page after a reset. You can add a message in the HTML indicating this, although the goal is to automate this process as much as possible. Right. So if session valid? Where's it getting that? Oh, here. Your logic to check the session is valid. Right, okay. Set up session valid is false. Okay, so set a session valid. I just set it to false. It's going to be false when it boots up anyway. I also need to do something to limit the amount of people logging in. Right, I have to do some more work on that. I don't think I'm going to be doing that tonight though, so that's going to be for another day. Yeah, we got this. I'm quite happy with the progress this week so far. I don't need to go too deep into another problem. I've got to implement session number of user management. So I'm going to have to research the best way of doing that. So I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, I'm not going to do any of that. So we're still going to look at this, and we've got that problem to sort out. Is there anything else to sort out while we're on? Not too sure. There's always something. Nothing I can remember straight off the back. Yeah, so I think we're pretty much there. The serial number is read-only, of course. You can change it, but it won't save it. If you save it, actually session number. If I save it, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, it puts it straight back again. Packet address 10, so yeah, we need to change that to 81. Didn't do that from when we set it last time. We only need that for the main UPAS software. Everything else is good. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we do need to put in our login or about the version number somewhere of the software. Version, unless we put the version number up here. There's not much room up here for the version number. Right, that's going to about do it for today. Let's get the room view back on. That's going to do it today. I'm going to close that down. Let's see if this has been running in the background all this time. And it's still active. Look at that. It's been running in the background through the web, internet around the world, and it's switching this on and off there. Can't be bad. And we're live streaming, so. And if it had rebooted, it would have ignored me, so it's pretty stable. Okay. I think. See, I noticed there we've logged out. Look at that. We've logged out yet. We haven't got log in. So once we get in, if I go like that, then log out. Oh, I noticed that. So if you do login, no, it just saves it back to root where the other one didn't. So, anyway, actually we've got demo up there now, as we did before. Right, that's going to about do it. Here's me showing you stuff, and I've got you on my face. So anyway, total disaster. Alright, I'm gonna. It's yeah, that's gonna be enough for now. I'm getting tired. I've done the day job today, so I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye and ta-ra.